Promoting Chinese Learning by Pia and Laura. 1. Chinese is the most widely spoken language in the world. Mandarin is by far the largest of the 7 or 10 Chinese dialect groups. The Chinese migrated from China to Australia in search of gold. When the gold ran out, they settled down selling fruit and veg in small stores. By 1861, the Chinese community was already thriving, making up nearly 7% of the Victorian population. Between 1986 and 1991, the China-born population in Victoria doubled to over 20,000. This number was largely due to the many Chinese students seeking citizenship and asylum after the repression of student demonstrations at Tiananmen Square in 1989. 1.35 billion speakers are in the People's Republic of China. Taiwan has 23 million. Singapore just over 5 million. Mandarin speaking are also found in Brunei, Cambodia, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Mauritius, Mongolia, Philippines, Russia, Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand, United Kingdom, USA, and Vietnam. 2. Knowing Chinese creates jobs and opportunities. We found this first job, which is a job for a Chinese-speaking credit manager for Talent Web Company. This job is located in Sydney's CBD. It requires someone to assist with risk management and assessment of new leverage finance, corporate and structured finance transactions, preparing credit proposals for new transactions and annual reviews for existing counterparties. The ideal candidate for this job has to be fluent in both Chinese and English, have an ability to work in a high-pressure environment, and be able to work independently. The second job we found was a Chinese-speaking general practitioner for the Australian Medical Association. It's located in Willage, south of Perth. This job requires you to tend to patients' needs and speak Chinese fluently enough to converse with patients. The ideal candidate for this job would be a fluent speaker in Chinese and English, have been a GP for 3+ years and be a laid-back, easygoing team player. This job earns $150 per hour. 3. Learning Chinese improves your repertoire. Speaking another language is great for your social life. You develop new social skills when you are able to speak to someone in their own language and understand in return. Speaking another language increases your job opportunities and gives you an advantage over English speakers in business, international relations, politics and much more. Because it is so useful to speak another language, schools encourage students to take up a language as their VCE subjects by allowing bonus points to their overall score. Learning a language gives you a better/more likely chance to get into the course of your choice. 4. Chinese heritage. Chinese traders were recorded as making voyages to the north coast of Australia from the 1750s, but were probably visiting Australia long before. Chinese men arrived in Australia in small numbers after the 1788 British settlement as free settlers and convicts. A small population grew rapidly after 1848 under a system of indentured labour, after China had opened its ports to foreign trade in 1842. They worked in rural New South Wales as shepherds, cooks and farm labourers. I have many friends with Chinese heritage. There are many people with Asian/Chinese heritage in Australia. 5. Chinese can be fun and easy. Why Chinese can be easy and fun. Learning Chinese allows you to indulge in another culture. In the process of learning Chinese, you have the opportunity to meet new people and communicate with them. Learning Chinese gives you that feeling of accomplishment. Chinese is not always easy, but when you put your head down and work hard, you can achieve that goal of become fluent in Chinese. If not familiar with Chinese, taking it on as language means you are able to experience such a different way of communication. 6. China is the strongest in many areas. This first company is called Purple Panda. It is a company that creates Chinese flashcards for your phone and electronic devices to help you learn Chinese quicker. It is located in Mount Eliza, Victoria. I would consider contacting this company regarding work experience, because they use both English and Chinese language skills in their job. The second company is called Tiger Lily Couture. It is a company that sells designer brands to both Chinese and Australian people. It is located in Ashwood, Melbourne, Victoria. I would consider contacting this company regarding work experience, because they use Chinese language skills on the job. 7. Cultural understanding. Through the language you can facilitate a positive relationship with team members, better understand their viewpoints, and break through cultural barriers. Understanding and speaking Chinese is also one of the first steps of forming a CQ, cultural intelligence, in China, which is imperative to those doing business there. Having a CQ goes beyond the customary, and accepting a business card with two hands. There are subtle nuances in behavior that indicate levels of respect and dignity among the Chinese people, and those take time and patience to understand. Of course, any attempt to ease the cultural difference by speaking Chinese is well received. The Chinese people have great pride in their culture and history, seeing as one of the oldest civilizations in the world, with over 5,000 years of rich history. Not only will learning Chinese help you on your travels throughout the country, it will also open your eyes to a range of literature, poetry, and art. 8. To participate in an exchange program. The first organization that we found was the Victorian Young Leaders in China program. The Victorian Young Leaders to China (VYLC) program is a world-class, 6-week in-country immersion program for Year 9 students, designed to prepare them to live and work as citizens and future leaders in an interconnected global community. The second organization is the 2017 China Student Exchange Program. The Victorian Principals Association. China Student Exchange Program offers grade 5 and 6 students the experience of a lifetime. Get to know China's remarkable education system and the fascinating culture of the world's most populous country. During the 14-day exchange program, students will attend Jinling Primary School in Nanjing, participating in classroom and cultural activities, whilst also visiting amazing sightseeing locations in Nanjing and Shanghai. Thanks for watching.